Baltimore. Eric Brown, 19, shot in East Baltimore. March of this year, Jawan Henry, 17, stabbed in East Baltimore. Rashad St. Clair in April, 18, stabbed in East Baltimore. Michael Mayfield, 17, shot in West Baltimore. Taquan Fetter, 18, shot in South Baltimore. Jared Monroe, 19, shot in West Baltimore. And just last month, Oscar Torres, 15, shot in South Baltimore. And Joshua Carter, just 2 years old, ran over on the steps of a church and died along with his mother. We had to end the violence. We have to end it now. And what it is that most people are afraid of what they do not know. Most people are actually wounded inside, and that causes them to hate. That causes them to fear love. But we don't fear love on today. As a matter of fact, we represent love on today. So in support of Melissa, in support of this mission, and in support of the million moms that actually aren't here, we stand for them on today. We stand for my friend's brother on today. James, he passed away from diabetes last year, but suffered from violence due to his LGBT status. He was 19 years old. He was gang raped, and he should not have been. We have to stand together for mothers everywhere. No mother should ever have to lose and see their child die before them. So, united we stand and divided we fall. Save our sons and stop the violence. United we stand, divided we fall. Save our sons and stop the violence. It starts with you. You are the love. So Melissa, we love you on today. And we support you. And we will grow through another.
Hi, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Ina Akers, and I'm your education advocate. I've been in your city for about 18 months. I came because my son is an HBCU student at Morgan, and this is my daughter, Kelsey. She is a child advocate in your school system. We are trying to get parents to unite because it really starts with education. Education is angering our children because they're taking them for granted and telling everybody they don't want it, they don't appreciate it. And I know as an advocate, because I'm in the trenches, that the kids want it, they appreciate it. If they give it to them, they'll love it and they'll thrive, and we'll have less anger on the streets, we'll have less violence on the streets. So I just want to introduce myself because I want you to know that I'm here fighting for your children. I'm Ina Akers, the education advocate on Facebook, and I am not stopping. I am partially responsible for moving things in this city, and I'm like a one-woman army, and I need women to unite together. Don't hold it in secret if your child is failing and you know they shouldn't be, because they're stealing grades here. So we have to be able to stand together and fight for the education, and then everything else, in my opinion, will follow. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I stand here in the place of my mom, who lost my baby brother at the age of 26 years old. He was murdered on the corner of North and Drew Hill. He lived with me. That was my road partner. I know the pain and suffering of losing a loved one to stupid violence. This is wonderful. This is a great beginning. And I applaud Melissa and all of those who have joined with us to make this happen. We need to take this to Annapolis. Take this before the lawmakers, which I am one. I'm State Delegate Cheryl Glenn. This is my district, 45th District. But we need to take this to Annapolis, just like the advocates for domestic violence. Brought that to the forefront. And we are passing laws to make sure that we do more to protect victims, and we need to do the same for our sons and daughters who are murdered needlessly.
That's right.
In January, when we go back to session, we need to have a date set aside so that we can bring this march there to Lawyers Mall and build and build and build, and we can get 1 million moms by next year. 1 million moms hitting the pavement to say, stop the violence. Stop the violence, save our sons. And then we also need to make sure we overwhelm the Board of School Commissioners, because just like someone just said, it starts here and in homes. Yes. Our children spend more time out of their day in school than they do any place.
That's right.
But our schools have to do a better job.
Yes.
We have to do a better job of spending our resources on our children.
Yes.
Educate and recreate.
Yes.
We have to do that. I know what it's like to grow up. I was homeless at 13. I know what it's like to have anger inside you and you want to thrash out and hurt somebody because that becomes a defense mechanism. You don't want people to see the pain and hurt that you have in your heart. So you strike out. So we have to do a better job. Let's get to our children when they're young enough to understand that violence is not the answer. Anger gets you nothing.
Yes,
it's
that's right.
So
true. So true.
Who started this, I will be with you every step of the way. We can bring more moms. Each one of us can be our own ambassador. Each one reach one.
That's right.
We can get 1 million moms by next year. I guarantee you. So thank you so much. Let's not let this be the last day we come together. Let's keep it up because we can do better and we will do better.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Good morning.
I'm Pastor Beatrice Mastiani, but most importantly, I'm a mother of 7 children, one of whom on April 17th was senselessly stabbed, cut his jugular vein, and ended up in shock trauma. This is not the first time he was attacked. And when he was 14, he's 19 now, when he was 14, he was attacked by a gang under a blue light camera. And when it came time to go to court, the prosecutor said the only thing the person would get would be probation. So he was afraid to testify because he had to go to school every day. They couldn't provide protection for him in school. So I had to tell my son that there is going to be justice, but I'm not going to tell you to speak against the ones who did it to you.
That's right.
I lived in Baltimore for 35 years. I could move, but I refused to leave. Amen. My daughter was beat up in school with a teacher saying she didn't see anything. And I had to pull her. The psychiatrist said he couldn't even vouch for her sanity if she stayed in school one more day. That's my 2 baby children. My other 5 children didn't go through that. But this is now. Right now, our children are going under stresses that we never had to experience. And I'm, as a mother, I should be retiring now. I should be just sitting back knitting or something. But I can't. I got to come out at this age. I got to say, I care about my children. I got to say, I am an American citizen, a citizen of Baltimore. And I will speak at election time. If you cannot do anything better, then you've got to move. I was looking this past in December about some of the statistics from Baltimore City neighborhood health profiles. It's not just here in the poorer neighborhoods.
That's right.
We have childhood mortality, infant mortality that is affecting the entire 45th district. Yeah. Our highest income neighborhood is Lauraville. Over 55,000 is their average. Yet they have a statistic where their infant mortality is 17.9%. But if it's reported that the Baltimore City mortality rate for children is 1.8%, why are they having 17.9%? Why is my neighborhood of Clifton Berea having 16.8%? That's not just numbers, that's babies. Children under the age of 14, 10.1% in our highest income. And I'm not talking homicides, I'm talking illnesses. And there's something going on in the 45th district. And when I talk to other leaders, they didn't want to be responsive. I'm not a politician, but I'm out here marching and campaigning. But what is most important, I said, I'll ask the Lord to give me words this morning. This is our opportunity to say, children, we actually love you. We brought you into this life, and we're going to protect your life.
That's right.
Speaking, keep voting, keep doing whatever it takes so children don't have to die. Children don't have to be attacked. Children have the right to learn in peace and be the best they can be. This is Baltimore, and we need to stand up once and for all. I'm not leaving. I'm not stopping fighting. I intend to protect my children, to elect those, hold people accountable. If they're not doing it, they need to be taken out of place. If what they are
That's
doing,
right.
they need to be supported. As a mother, as a pastor, it is God telling us that it is time. Oppression has to stop. We have got to stand up. We don't need to be afraid of anyone. I've had death threats against me for speaking out. I'm not even going to stop speaking. Today is day 1 or day 2. I'm glad I was invited by Ms. Bagley because this is an issue dear to my heart. We are going to keep on fighting for the rights for our children. We are going to elect those people. Right now, I'm proud to be with Julius Henson for state senator, and I want you all to vote for the people in your conscience that it will help make them accountable, protect your children. Thank you.
Thank you.